coconut rum up in this bitch. I completely forgot we had.
Bro, we got mad shit in that fridge.
Oh, it's leaking.
Ew.
That's not rum. That's cum.
Hashtag that's not rum.
Whoa.
But it rhymes with it.
Hashtag rum cum.
Rum cum, cum rum.
Coming running is week 9 of Chop Block.
That's a nice one. I like that.
Yeah. Last week we had talked about how week 8 was it? Did we say that nobody really won last week? It was just a horrible week.
Last week.
And this week just pretty much told week 8 to hold its beer and watch some fucked up shit. You know, again, week of backup quarterbacks, but this time it was the week of turnovers instead of kickers. Like, it was a complete shit show.
Defense wins championships, man.
Well,
This is a week you didn't want to be betting on football.
Well, yeah, because the referees were all like, "No, I'm going to throw a penalty on this."
You
And
want to be betting on football.
yeah. Like, did you guys bet on Buffalo?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure half the world did.
But we'll get to that in just a moment. So, welcome back, Konnichiwa. This is our Japan week. Has nothing to really do about football, but we're going to take all our.
They don't do football. Do they even watch football in Japan?
I don't know.
The Americans do on
Yeah,
base.
I was going to say all the Americans on base. Like,
Football is watched around the world because America is around the world.
Well, I know that's not the one. Their sport over there is baseball. I'm just wondering.
yeah.
All the Americans watching the shit on base, if that kind of bleeds
Well,
over.
they didn't do it this year because I'm guessing because of COVID, but a couple times they've done exhibition NFL games over there.
Really?
Yeah.
In Japan?
Yeah.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah. The Niners and somebody played over there. The Seahawks sent like the Seagulls there.
Yeah. I know they're working on getting games in Germany still. That should be like in 3 seasons from now when they start over there.
There was talk about doing a game in China as well, but
China.
China.
NBA's going to China.
It'd be Edge.
The NBA is China.
Pretty much.
It really is.
Yeah, haven't you seen South Park? But anyways, fuck the NBA. Let's talk about some fucking football.
Yeah, that's right.
Thursday night started off the Jets at Indianapolis. 30-45. That game was not as close as you would think.
I didn't expect that many points to be scored in that game.
But I mean, like, for a backup quarterback for the Jets, I mean, both QBs threw 3 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor had a great 172-yard 2-touchdown game.
What's new?
Yeah, what's new?
Jonathan
So
Taylor Thomas out there putting in work.
if you guys got him, like, he's solid for your fantasy.
Yeah. Traded him.
Well, I hope you got something
Well, I
good.
got DK Metcalf and Tyreek Hill out of the deal, so I'm still feeling okay about it.
Yeah, Tyreek's kind of he's still getting touchdowns, so
Yeah.
thank you for that because I do have him. We move on to Sunday. Miami hosted Houston, which they combined for 9 turnovers between the two teams.
Fucking barn burner for sure.
Unfortunately, I thought Tua was coming back, but at the last minute they were just like, "Well, we're playing Houston, so my starting quarterback did not play at all."
Unfortunately.
All right,
Yes.
so which team are we all going to just walk on to?
Houston.
I'm guessing
Houston
Houston,
or Miami?
or
Houston.
or maybe Detroit, which they didn't lose this week.
Detroit didn't lose this
No,
week?
well, they're on a bye, so
I was like, wait a minute. What?
they didn't win either.
Who the
So
fuck did they play?
a shocker was Denver coming out of Dallas with a solid victory.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they whooped that ass.
Yeah. That's usually what happens against Dallas. It's usually an ass whooping.
Dallas gave up 407 yards to Denver on offense, which
I was more surprised with Denver's defense rather than their offense. I mean, they got a lot of tools on offense, but on defense, they had Von Miller.
they just traded that guy away. And
L.A. now, so the fuck are they playing defense with?
A bunch of tools.
well, obviously they were doing something good because they only held Zeke to I think like 54 yards.
Yeah.
Which imagine that Dallas loses when Zeke doesn't do good and Dak doesn't do good.
Yeah. I agree with that, too.
He should go find the other half of his shirt and man up.
It's underneath his beard.
Thought that was his labia, but all right.
It might be, but it's yet to be determined.
It's Dallas. You never know.
Baltimore squeaked past Minnesota by a touchdown.
The Baltimore Squeakers. That's what we need to call them. Because they're just barely doing everything.
Yeah.
Just barely winning, just barely losing, just barely being good, just barely staying relevant.
New England slapped around Carolina. Sam Darnold got picked off 3 times. McCaffrey, didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
Didn't get hurt.
Surprise.
Had 106 yards combined over, catching and receiving. He led the team in both of those categories. Which
That's horrible when that's your fucking stat for the week. Like, hey, I didn't get hurt. What'd you do this week? I stayed healthy. All right, nice.
All right.
those 2 teams combined for 5 turnovers.
Jesus.
Which, like I just mentioned, Darnold threw 3 picks. And I think he might have gotten injured again. I'm not sure.
At this point, we can walk on to any team that we choose, right?
Just about as quarterback. It's literally like Madden, build your own character right now in the NFL. It's like, what do we got?
I got to find a way to make myself 4 inches taller and like 30 pounds lighter. So I can run like Michael Vick. It'd be great.
We get to the Jacksonville-Buffalo game, which might as well have been a baseball game. 6-9. All field goals.
It was a fucking thriller.
Had it been baseball, it would have been exciting.
No, baseball's never exciting.
And they're putting points up, it is.
Both teams combined for just over 500 yards offense.
Jesus Christ.
It was, it was Allen's worst game getting into the NFL, which he was just my quarterback on 2 of my other teams. Didn't even break 10 points.
Damn.
Thanks, buddy.
Damn, son. Man's down bad.
Speaking about damn, son, Cleveland came back and just completely throttled the Bengals.
Fucking Nick Chubb just came back off of injury and now he's got COVID. What
I was
the
going to
fuck
say,
is
he
that
came
all about?
back, he had 14 carries for 137 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Looking real fucking
And
nice.
now he's got the COVID,
Damn, got that Ronies.
which means now Cleveland has the Ronies. So Green Bay just had the Ronies. They still got the Ronies. Now Cleveland has it.
The NFC North is the Ronies.
Yeah, you'd think it's so cold over there that, this wouldn't be
NFC
going
North
on.
and
But
the AFC North are the Ronies. I blame Ben Roethlisberger spreading his germs all around.
slapping every stripper.
Unfucking willingly.
I feel like
Slap, I'm not
I
paying
don't think that the Steelers have had any issues with COVID because I remember last year in the season last year they got fucked by COVID every time, but nobody on their team had COVID. It was the opponents that they were playing that kept getting the fucking Rona and fucking them out of.
Baltimore was the other one. Because they had to postpone that game.
They had to postpone like 3 games and scratch their bye week and all sorts of shit. They had to accommodate these other teams for not following protocols when they were following.
I think it was
protocol the whole
Baltimore and Pittsburgh. They played on that Wednesday.
time. Yeah.
That was it.
Because
And the
this is the
Titans
last
game.
game you guys could play. Yeah.
It started out with the Titans game. They had to postpone that one because like everybody on the Titans was sick, so they postponed that one for their bye week on week like fucking 13 or something.
Yeah.
It was wild, man.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Good job to the guys who do the scheduling. Like we talked about that a couple weeks
Right.
ago, but
Fucking Rain Men is what they are.
Vegas went to the New York Giants, and on paper it looked like Vegas should have won that game, but 3 turnovers kept them from winning that game. 23-16 was the final.
They can't
Thanks
get
a
out.
lot,
They
Derek
can't get out of
Carr.
their own fucking way. They really can't.
No, their own, they just lost their number 1 pick wide receiver last week, which you talked about, and this week they lose their first round pick cornerback because he likes to threaten people with guns on video.
What?
Don't do that.
Yeah. Cut the video part out. Yeah.
Was
No,
that
just
not
don't,
in?
Just don't do it. Just don't do it.
Was
Just
that
don't
not
do
in
it.
like the rookie meeting? Like when you get in there, first thing is like, "Hey, don't be a dumbass with guns on
No,
social
the first
media."
thing is like, don't trick off all your money on cars and Instagram models and houses and shit.
I think they just tell them, here's some money. You should probably go buy a gun because you really need it.
Especially
Herm
Don't
Edwards
get
says-
robbed by your friends. That
and
you
make
grew
sure
up
it's
with.
not legal. Buy an illegal gun
Oh yeah,
that way,
a
and
legal
then
gun would just make too much sense.
and then post a picture of it and then like videos.
I blame Gruden for all of this.
Free my nigga Gruden, he ain't do nothing, bro.
Exactly.
Don't blame the
nothing at all.
NFL as a whole. Just single out one person. Yeah,
I don't care about the rest of it at all. I'm just worried.
or don't blame Vegas at all. I mean,
Yeah.
like, it's just a corrupt city. No, it couldn't be it.
In the middle of the desert, full of drugs and scandal and illegal firearms and fast cars that go boom.
That sounds like New Orleans also, which that leads us to our next game. Atlanta somehow pulled off a victory against New Orleans, 27-25.
Hopefully they play better next week because I picked up Matt Ryan. Because Joe Burrow.
He had a pretty good game, 347 yards, 2 touchdowns. Of course, New Orleans started Trevor Siemian again, which
Trevor Seaman.
Who the hell is they going to start?
Hill,
Yeah,
The
Taysom Hill.
receiver or the quarterback or the running back?
Yeah,
like all of the
return
above.
guys.
He's
Which one?
all three.
yeah. Whoever I'm playing against in fantasy this week has him listed as a wide receiver.
That's fucking nuts, dude.
He's a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
He's just a master of none.
But he made 14. He's making 14 million this year, so that's pretty good for a tight
Shut
end.
my fucking mouth. there.
Tight end.
Excuse me, Mr. 14 million.
Tight end, QB, wide receiver,
Running back,
running back.
offensive lineman.
The only thing he doesn't do is like special teams. So maybe he could get in those kick returns too.
Shit, he might hold the ball for punter.
He might pop the fucking popcorn for all we know. Shit.
He could. If you were popping popcorn, you just see the Chargers win against Philly, which
What does that have to do with popcorn?
absolutely nothing. But
The Chargers popped
We'll
off
roll
in that
with it.
ass.
We'll
they
roll
popped off with a 29-yard field goal to win the game. So
with it. There you go. I like that one.
Green Bay, Kansas City,
What
Yeah.
a fucking fun game. That was to take a nap during.
Jordan Love in his first start of the season.
Yeah.
Like again, on paper, it would have looked like Green Bay would have won with the turnover ratio and yards and all that stuff. But hey, it's the pros. It doesn't always work out like
Any
that.
given Sunday, my friend. Any given Sunday.
Kansas City pulled it off with another
Goddamn right.
kind of baseball score,
They're
13-7.
back-to-back wins, right?
Back-to-back wins.
Goddamn right. Undefeated streak started 2 weeks ago, bitch. Holla back.
Only 24 points allowed in 2 weeks.
Yep,
Any other
that's
defense
right.
have done that?
That's right. So we got, 4 years and 16 more weeks to go.
That's right.
There you go. It's got
on
to start
paper.
somewhere, man.
It's on
Yeah,
paper.
it all
Told you
starts.
motherfuckers, watch out.
It all starts somewhere.
It all starts somewhere.
And it apparently started for Arizona at the start of the year. They just keep rolling. They
Yeah,
just had that
it's,
one hiccup.
There's
And-
this little leprechaun dude named Coyle Murray.
Qualler.
Well, that wasn't even him. It was Colt McCoy playing,
He's living through Colt McCoy.
which 250 yards and a
It's like the
touchdown.
ghost. He jumps into his body and makes him play good. Colt
Connor-
McCoy's fucking trash.
Connor had 2 touchdowns. San Fran had 3 turnovers, but
Yeah, I was about to say, that was the James Conner show, man. There ain't nobody else on the fucking Arizona Cardinals did shit.
well, Edmonds got hurt.
Yeah, that's why it was the James Conner show. That
Yeah.
motherfucker, he scored like 40 fucking points in fantasy. That's
Fucking
nuts.
AJ Green's still out with fucking COVID.
Yep.
Damn it. son
So
of
he
a-
must actually be sick
He's probably
because he's been
dying.
out for 2 weeks
Oh God.
because he's on my bench still.
He's old as fuck too.
And
Somebody go check on AJ Green and let me know because I gotta fucking drop him from my fantasy team if he's sick.
Go ahead and do
you
that.
can put him on
now.
an IR.
I already have Kareem Hunt on. Or no, I don't. Fuck you, by the way, because I thought I had Kareem Hunt on IR, and this fucking Jewish bastard went behind my back and took him. So
You
fuck
released
you.
his ass, you
No,
son
I
of a
didn't. I
bitch.
put him on IR, and the commissioner over here
Put him on-
somehow shenanigans his
cut
way
him
into
from
getting my
your
fucking
team.
starting running back.
Got him off of waivers.
Wow.
Oh, and that's from fucking Super Smooth. So there you go. Continue, sir.
Well, that takes us into the Sunday night game, which was filled with drama. It's Tennessee versus the Rams, which on paper it should have
yeah.
looked like the Rams should have won because Tennessee didn't even have 200 yards of offense.
Or
Jeez.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
No, Adrian Peterson. I mean, he did score his 125th touchdown, but
More
a pick six helped them out.
Let me know when he gets to 600, then I'll start caring about career touchdowns.
I guess-
600 years old.
600 career touchdowns.
No, for a fucking running back? No, that's
He's
not
never
going to
gonna
be
do
so.
it.
That leads us to the Monday night game, which it looked like it was an ass whipping at halftime, but Chicago came back, took the lead with under a minute or so, minute something to go.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Roethlisberger moved the ball down. They got a
Matriculated the ball down the field.
field goal to take the lead again. Chicago got it. They attempted a 65-yard field goal, but
Former Chief Cairo Santos had that little girl leg that didn't kick well. A little girl that couldn't kick well kicking the ball out there.
again, if you look it up online, there's memes about how ridiculous the reffing was during that whole game.
It was absolute horseshit the whole time.
Yes.
That was
Still.
my one takeaway. Did you see at the end of the game after right before they flagged Marsh for taunting? You know, there was absolutely no taunting. That he was running off the field, and the fucking ref stuck his butt out to like hip check him as he's running by, and then turns and throws the fucking flag directly at him.
Cynic was looking back at it.
Pretty much, yeah. He saw him come running. He goes, sticks his ass out, and literally just like clips hips with him as he's running by. It's poor form, ref. Poor fucking form.
Too much thickness on the field. 15-yard penalty.
And then Mike Tomlin was like, "Yeah, that was a great call. That was a great call."
Fully support the refs.
Yeah.
As I send them their paycheck for the week.
You know who doesn't support the refs? The Hippie House, the premier glass emporium in all of Matter.
Yeah.
If you're looking for whatever, I mean, Christmas is coming up. They got all kinds of deals for all kinds of.
So just fuck
price.
Thanksgiving, right? Just fuck Thanksgiving, right?
Well, I mean, like time's running out. Like they keep telling us, like the
Okay, well, yeah, time's running out, so
shortage.
give thanks and go visit the fucking hippie house
Right.
and make sure and get all of your powwow needs for any budget.
And act like you're not using them with your cousin before you go eat dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on
exactly.
now. We've all seen the meme. It's real life.
it's legal here.
It's
It's legal in most places.
totally legal here.
Who knows? You might need some vinyls, some shirts, some custom shirts to give to your family.
Nice
Or-
warm hoodie to get
or-
you through the winter.
Like you need some nice swag for Thanksgiving.
Or
Family?
Or you need some business cards to hand out to your cousins. That way you don't make it hot when it's time to go fucking powwow before the food comes out.
Yep.
Yeah, bro.
meet me out
Yeah,
back.
there you go.
Hot box in 5.
Yeah.
Powwow happening.
All the time, everywhere.
You know what else is happening? Comics the Gathering.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's still Magic tournaments every other Friday.
Yeah, as
As far as I know.
They got that 20% off deal. If you go in there, pick up yourself a hoodie or a t-shirt, tag yourself in any kind of the convention on the social media with them involved, 20% off next time you go in there.
Damn right.
Hell yeah.
It keeps going giving.
Yep, keeps on giving.
You give
And,
thanks.
and with that, we'll see you in week 10.
Hell yeah.
Deuces.
Peace.
Hashtag.